What's up guys, Wayne here and welcome to another video, and I'm bringing you some Assassin's Creed 3 multiplayer. Before I talk about the topic in hand, I just want to talk a little bit about this gameplay you're about to see. This match that you're about to see is the first match of Assassin's Creed 3 multiplayer that I have played in quite a long time. I'm not exactly sure, it's been at least 3 weeks, at least minimum. So going into this match, it felt really weird. Even more so because the last week I've spent playing PC games, conditioning my hands and my hand-eye coordination to playing with a mouse and keyboard. So coming into playing Assassin's Creed 3 again on the PS3, it felt really alien, really confusing and disorientating. No joke, touch wood, my hands went tingly and slightly numb. My thumbs were just confused and dazed. My what skill I had was just gone, and I actually felt a little bit sick. I got a little bit nauseous. And it took me about three minutes or so to get into this match from starting like that. I just killed an NPC, you know, for no reason. I threw a smoke bomb for no reason. My skill was at nil, or any knowledge that I have about playing this game in terms of controls and hand-eye coordination was gone, and it took me about 3 minutes to build it up. So I hope you enjoyed this gameplay and see me gain back some footing in this match. And in the meantime, I'm going to be talking about the Tyranny of King Washington DLC. Now, it is out. The first episode is out on the 19th of February, and since it was announced, we've had a few previews and a few tidbits about the fact that, you know, we know that this is going to be a story about Washington being corrupted by a piece of Eden and taking control of America and becoming a king and so on. Recently, more information has come out explaining the story in a little bit more detail, at the fact that you play as Connor in a scenario that doesn't involve the story of AC3, which means in this DLC you will not be an assassin, you would have not met Achilles, and your mother is still alive. Now, first off, normally quite a few people that I know have gone like, what? Why the hell are they doing this? This is a what-if scenario. Like, you know, this is not canon. What the hell? Like, what? Not denying it, not lying. I had the same opinion. I had got really annoyed about this because my first view was, what the hell has this done to the story? Because any character development done by Connor, like done in AC3 and about Connor's story arc and Connor's journey and his, you know, and all that stuff that we do in AC3, it's irrelevant, it's gone. And I find it even more important that we do something relevant with Connor, especially because now we know that these 3 DLCs, these 3 story DLCs are probably the last time we're going to be playing as Connor, since the next Assassin's Creed game is going to be a brand new ancestor in a brand new time zone. Hell, it might even be a new main character. Desmond might not be the present character, we don't know. All we know is going to be a new assassin in a new time period. So these DLCs could potentially are crucial and could potentially be the last time we play as Connor. So they have to be done right, and it has to tell a good story. Now, with all these fears about the fact that it's non-canon and stuff, let me present this case to you. I've thought about this quite a bit because I'm a big AC fan, and I thought about the story because, first and foremost, I'm a storyteller. I love stories, I love narrative, I love writing, and I thought about this for quite a bit. So here's my scenario of what will happen in the first DLC. This isn't a review, this is just my predictions, and I'm hoping that I'm right, because this is the most logical sense, the most clever and smart direction in terms of the story they could go with it, in my opinion, from what I could come up with. So I'm hoping that they do something similar, if not this. So here we go. This does actually happen in the continuity of Assassin's Creed 3, but goes in a different direction. At the end of AC3, we see Connor confused, lost, and really without a motivation. You know, what he knows of the assassins is gone, i.e. Achilles, because he's died. He doesn't really know if there's any more assassins out there, and his family and like the tribe has gone and has moved away, ironically by his own hand, because, well, from what he did in AC3, because it's quite interesting, because the fact that it was his goal to protect his tribe, and what he did ultimately led to his tribe leaving. So his character, like Connor as a character, is very dazed, very confused, very lost, and he questions his decisions of becoming an assassin, and so on. So his moral judgment of the assassin order and what he did in Assassin and the assassins in general are questioned, and he thinks, why the hell did I join the assassins? What has joining the assassins done for me or my people? Since that was his people were his main motivational drive in the game, in AC3. So he questions his choice to become an assassin. He ends up having a dream or a vision similar to the one that he sees in AC3 when he's younger, you know, when he turns into an eagle and he's flying with Minerva. He has the similar thing probably brought on by a piece of Eden, and he sees this vision of what could have been if he didn't join the order, i.e. that will help explain the fact that his mother is still alive and why he wasn't an assassin. I will admit though, in this DLC, I will admit, because I've seen a small chunk of it, that the one thing that slightly annoys me is that they really contrive, the way that they explain how he gets the hidden blades is very contrived and very stupid. It really is ridiculous, because he wasn't an assassin, he didn't get his hidden blades off Achilles, so he has to get them another way, because that's a main mechanic in the game. So how does he get them? It's very stupid, and it's to be honest, it's probably the only way they could have done it, but it's very contrived and very, oh, here you go, you need this to play the game, so we're just going to give you the most stupid conventional way we could possibly think of. So there it is. So as I said, he has this premonition about what would happen if he didn't join the assassins. So his tribe is so he's not an assassin, so he grows up with his tribe, and his mother's still alive, and life is good. The events of AC3 never happen. It comes to the point where Washington becomes corrupted. Now, he becomes corrupted by this piece of Eden because of Connor, and because of Connor not being involved. It's Washington's fear of Connor that keeps Washington in check and keeps Washington from crossing that line of, if I piss Connor off, he's going to come after me and kill me, and Washington is aware of this. So without that fear Washington has for Connor, there is nothing to keep Washington in check with the piece of Eden and all that sort of thing, so it consumes him. So he goes for Connor, not necessarily going for Connor knowing who he is, remember these two characters never meet, but he goes to take the village. He wants that land, for example. So Connor, being one of the heads of his tribe, his village, has to step up to the plate and fight Washington. He ultimately, this is my honest opinion, this should happen, and I think it does, so this might be a slight spoiler alert, that in fighting Washington, he actually dies. Connor meets his end. This is what happens if he didn't join the assassins, remember, please keep that in mind. So Connor dies at the hands of Washington. At that point, Connor wakes up from this vision, from this vision that he has, and realizes, like, damn, all this would have happened if I didn't become an assassin. Washington would have took over, he would have killed hundreds of thousands of people, he would have become the ruler of America, a tyrant, hence the Tyranny of King Washington, etc. So he feels a lot more grateful about the fact that, you know what, he is an assassin, and fair enough, the things that he actually did in Assassin might not have had the best outcome, but just the fact that he became an assassin himself prevented so many worse things from happening. The cliffhanger of it all is that even though what actually happens in this premonition doesn't completely come to fruition, there is still a threat. Washington could still potentially become a tyrant, a villain, which Connor then, as an assassin now in the continuity, must keep in check, and he must fight to make sure that Washington doesn't become a tyrant, and if he does become a tyrant, kill him. That cliffhanger will lead into the next two episodes, the next two pieces of DLC, which will make a really nice conflict story between Washington and Connor, and we see their relationship grow a bit more and expand from what we've seen of AC3, and potentially it could be a really good, you know, 3-part DLC story, going back to how good, you know, the original story of AC2 was. really, really good meaty storytelling, and with interesting character developments and conflicts and arcs and narrative. It could potentially be really good. If they do it the way I've just presented. That's if they do it that way. Again, nothing's been proven. We just have to wait till the 19th. But if they do it outside of canon and don't do at least something related to what I've just said, this DLC, this whole arc, might be a little bit crap, or fans might not take to it as well as they should. So yeah, that's my idea, and that's what I hope the DLC will be. Anyway, it's the end of the match. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like what I had to say. Please tell me your opinions on your stories or what you think the DLC trilogy will have to offer. State so in the comments below. Like it, dislike it if you agree or disagree with me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, take care, be safe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye, guys.